everybody, and welcome back to the chateau. And today I'm going to try and get the fountain working again. And the main reason I want to do this, I'm still fitting the aeration system. It is a time-consuming annoyance at the moment, but it'll be great when it's done. Noisy little thing, isn't it? Anyway, quiet. What I want to do in the meantime is I want to get the fountain working, and I want to try to get that rigged up to that Jackery power box with the solar panel, so I can run for basically no electric using solar power. That would be great, and of course that means I can run it for a lot. And it's all part of the same thing. It's also going to be utilising the same power system for the aeration system. So hopefully, this is a big start and a step in the right direction. So I want to say this will be a simple enough job, but that will be tempting fate, won't it? So this big old fountain, the fish fountain, I would like that running. Essentially, if we look under there, just underneath that bridge, there is a pump hanging down. So basically, I want to change that pump, sort out the wiring, and which is underneath the bridge, and then sort out the box to that wiring with a solar panel. Or, well, certainly I'll do the box to it for a moment. Solar panel after. And then, hopefully, we can have a little bit of aeration from this. And of course, it's nice to hear running water, and it's just nice. One more nice thing. And if we're not paying for the electric for doing that, even better. Now, see, one of these is for outside floodlights. One of those is for the fountain. And to be honest, I think something is actually happening. So, can we just see down there? Can we? You see that pump is moving, and I can hear it whirring. It just doesn't really happen to be any action. So I think, come to the end of its time. Oh, what's going on? Hang on. There is. Ooh. That's so cool. Well, you definitely won't be able to see it at this point, but there is, I might be able to zoom in on this enough in a minute, on the main computer, there is a small amount of water coming out, and where it's coming out, there is a toad or a frog, which one lives in water, I never remember, underneath it having a small shower. So this should be quite easy, because apparently it's just going to be an easy changeover. So what I'm going to do is I am going to change over the current pump for this one. I suspect it's a lot more powerful than the one that's currently on it. Then, yeah, well, let's do that. It's so much easier in a boat, but we don't have one of those. Right. Right. Oh, yeah, he's stuck with the old pump. Step one done. Old pump is out. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take these boards up under here and then sort out the wiring, sort out that Jackery box, and then I will sort out a fresh chain and all the rest of it to hold that pump in place properly once I know it's running. So it is currently fully charged. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run the compressor, so that'll be one of the boxes. So, and there's a setting on that to run it for 1 hour as an override. So I'm going to run it for 1 hour. It's one box, so then we'll double that, because in the future there'll be two boxes. So what we'll then know is we'll know how long this box can power the two compressor boxes running. After that point, I'm going to plug in the solar battery charger, and it's not a particularly sunny day today, I must admit. See how long that takes to put the same amount of power back in, and then we should be able to work out, how efficiently this plan may work. So, right, that's to working. Will it pick up the Bluetooth through the door? Probably not. Okay, right, door open, it does pick it up. So, we're going to do the 1 hour override. Got it? Right, 60-minute override. Okay, that's because we don't want simple time that way. And then that's powering it extremely easily. So that's basically saying it'll level out 13.3 hours. That'll run that power, and that's constant. So we can do the maths from that. Okay, so that's definitely going. So 13.5 hours. Divide that by 2 because we'll be doubling up. There'll be 2 boxes. That will happily do both those boxes a decent amount per day. Now it's all about how quickly we can charge. Let's be careful. Be careful. Oh, what's in here? I'm so excited. Yeah, we've had a spot of rain. That's a serious piece of kit, isn't it? I do like that. So it all folds up. It tags down the back, which keep it upright. But I'm going to mount it differently, where it's more permanent installation for me. But it wouldn't be a very fair test today, would it? Putting this out there, I'd be doing everything on flawed maths. So I'll plug this in a little bit, but I've got another test for this Jackery box in the meantime, after we find out how much power that pump uses for an hour. It's an hour later. Let's see what 8%, an hour of one of those compressor boxes working was 8%. So for every hour with both of them working, technically you just use double that, which means this could go for days and days and days, really, depending on how much you wanted to run the compressor boxes. So you would be able to get decent charge back into it, even if it wasn't great weather that day. Or we could also run the fountain. So I can get everything fitted. I'm going to, well, here, I'm stuck a little bit, because I had a little bit of a problem while I went away for Le Mans. And that Jackery box could help me not have that issue in the run up to the event. So when I went to Le Mans, we had a massive power cut and I was gone for 4 days, and it didn't come back on. The breaker didn't come back on, so I lost everything that was in all of the fridges and freezers here. And I've never had that happen to me before, ever. I've never been away for long enough, never been unlucky enough for it to happen. But it was mentioned that if that had happened in the run up to the event and we lost all of the food ready for the event and all the rest of it, then we'd be in a real pickle. And this box has found a solution. So here is my test setup. So that is freezer is currently empty, but on, and that's where all the stuff for the event and all the rest of it, and the prep stuff will go. Afterwards it will go, because I don't particularly like it there. However, if the electric goes and I am away, and I am getting away a little bit more now, I do have to travel for business, I could not risk everything for the event. It would be so much money's worth. It would be a real problem. We wouldn't necessarily be able to get it all. So here is an interesting thing about this particular box. So this is now a junction box. Okay, so we now have, the freezer doesn't need anything at the moment. So the only thing plugged into the mains is the box. And then I plugged the extension lead, which has got, what's it got on there? Oh, so it's got a Wi-Fi router, which has got power, got battery charger, and of course, the freezer. The freezer is running. So we're drawing hardly anything, nothing to really care about. And because it's not drawing anything, it's not sucking anything back. So basically, if now we get a power cut, it would take it from the battery rather than the mains, which is travelling through it. So this would be able to stay running and happy and save everything inside. And apparently it is milliseconds it changes over. So let's recreate a power cut. So what have we got here? We've got a green light for because it's a fully charged battery, blue light on top of the Linksy, which is the mesh system router because it's connected to everything. Yeah. And we've got everything good. Let's go. And now, no electric because there's a power cuts. Because in milliseconds, so none of that. The battery hasn't started charging again because it was power. That's still connected to the network. And there we go. Freezer's still running. And all of that will run for another 30 hours. Very happily. That's fantastic. Because that would have saved, if I'd had that connected to my fridge freezers in the other kitchen, it would have saved all of my food while I had gone. I'm sure for most people, maybe one of those boxes might be a bit too much just for protection of those things. Another option, of course, because I don't know where you are, but here in France, I'm on a, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a rate where you get a 2-hour lunch cheap rate and you get overnight cheap rate electric for, I think it's about 1 o'clock in the morning till 6. I think we used to call it Economy 7 back in the UK. We had night storage heaters and stuff. So you could actually put a timer on that plug. So you could charge the box with your cheap rate electric and then let it run everything else, as many things as you could power it with when it was more expensive electric during the day. So there are many, many options with this. It's not just, you know, camping and all the rest of it. Obviously, I am going to be using it for the moat aeration system, but in the run up to the event and getting that all fitted, I shall be definitely, when I go away, be plugging it into some of these fridge and freezers because I just cannot risk that again. So it's just proving its worth again, which is really, really good. So if you are interested, I do want to say thank you. Fantastic. Thanks for Jackery for helping me out with this system because supplying the solar panel, which I'll test on a better day with some sun, because it's really, really helping with the aeration system and everything else. I'm not sure I would have got round to doing it if they hadn't agreed with this. So there is a link and a discount code in the description below, and I'd like to thank them again for sponsoring this video. Right, time to get on with the rest of it. So we do have a fountain, but unfortunately, it's leaking all on the underneath. The whole thing needs lifting out. The leaks underneath, which are way inside, they can't be touched because pipes go inside and they fill up and go in all sorts of ways, are just too much. So they won't build pressure enough to do anything anywhere else. But that will do for a moment until I can lift it out. It's better than nothing. But I will say I am a tad disappointed. And you can see, there we go, we are zoomed right in. It's just all leaking out the bottom where the pipe work comes in. So there is nothing to be done about that until that is out, either because the moat is drained, well, I can get to it, but more likely because that is lifted out. That's rather disappointing, but there is at least something going. The pump's being changed, and I am one step further to wiring in the electrical box for the aeration system. And do you know what? Having that run, even as it is for a little bit in the meantime, off free solar energy when that's set up properly, will not hurt. Also, it's very unlikely I'll get a chance to do that before the big party, you know, but if I get everything going right, to be honest, lifting the damn thing out on the with the cherry picker, undoing the pipe work, dumping it on the side, redoing it, and then dropping it back in, probably is only a day. We never know. But I must be realistic. So, is that a win? Is that a fail? I don't really know. Well, there's some sort of water going, and we've got some electric working. So, no, that is a win. So, tomorrow back to the aeration system and getting all of that Jackery box and all the rest of it in with the solar power, I hope. So, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.